People told me I was going to have culture shock, which makes sense because, I mean, Japan, if you're going to have a culture shock, where are you going to have it, right? It kind of looked like America, you know, it's a first world country, it's very developed, there's a lot of technology everywhere. It's just America, but a lot bigger, you know, so if you went to Chicago or New York City or something, it's just Chicago, you know, but everywhere. At least that's how it was when I first got there, because like you already know, I served in Kobe, and Kobe's like the fourth, fifth, sixth, something like that, largest city in Japan. So it's pretty big, you know. It's bigger than, you know, most any city I've ever been in America. So it was just like a lot bigger, and it was just like slightly different. It was almost like when you're dreaming and it's a realistic dream, but things are slightly off. You know, that's kind of how Japan is. It's like, it could be America, but at the same time, it could not be America. And so that was kind of surprising. And like, everything smelled like fish. Like, I feel like I smelled just random whiffs of fish all the time. Like, it's gonna be a long 18 months. But like, other than that, I think it was like, I don't know, pretty normal to me. There are like a few little things that were weird or different. Like, they heat their toilet seats, and that was really surprising to me when I first got there. But honestly, like, that's the biggest thing, you know. It wasn't like I was in Africa and everything was like so different, and I don't know how things are in Africa, but you know, it's like it was very different, but at the same time the same. My mission got iPads like right after I left. So I never got to use the iPads, and then our phones were just these like bricks that were like that, and they were bricks. You could throw them against the walls. Elders did it all the time, and they wouldn't break. So we didn't use a whole lot of technology, like for what you think of Japan, where it's like all very technologically savvy. I mean, yeah, they do have all of that stuff, but normal people are still normal people, and old guys like in the ward still use flip phones, you know, which, okay, flip phones are making a comeback in Japan. I swear, like someone sent me an article about that recently, which I thought was funny because yeah, a lot of people have flip phones. Like technology isn't cyclical, but it feels like it is in Japan in that one sense. We weren't ever allowed to go into like electronic stores, and part of the reason I think that is just because it's so loud. Like, there's just stuff blaring at you from every direction. And our mission president's wife at the time, she was just telling us how, you know, she feels like in those kind of environments you can't really feel the spirit because it's so loud. And like, I could see that, because you go into these stores and it's overwhelming how many things there are, and there are 50 million versions of everything that you can buy. Like, you know, you go into Best Buy and yeah, it's loud or something, but you know, there are 10 cameras here that you can choose from at Best Buy, and at these places there are 50 cameras you can choose from and 50 different TVs, and they have every variety of anything you could ever want in that store. And so I did actually go into one a couple times because my camera broke, so I had to buy a new one. But like, it was kind of like get in and get out sort of thing. So like, it's pretty overwhelming how much technology they have, but we didn't really get to use it very often. I only had American companions, so I mean, I think my Japanese probably suffered because of it, but it was nice to be able to talk to someone all the time, you know?